Hey there! Why do we feel like failures, even when we've done our absolute best? Have you ever felt like no matter how hard you try, it's just not enough? You're not alone. I've seen investment bankers earning millions, still feeling like they've failed. I've talked to high-performing athletes, creatives, even people who others look up to, and they all carry the same quiet question: why does it still feel like I'm not enough? What's behind this bizarre feeling? Let's break it down. Let's start here. Ask yourself honestly, did you really do everything you could? Because here's the secret. When you've truly given your best, failure feels different. There's peace in knowing you left nothing undone. Not success, not applause, not reward, peace. But if deep down you're doubting yourself, that doubt is what's hurting you, not the failure itself. Take golf, for example. Professional golfers aren't competing against others. They compete against themselves. Their peace doesn't come from a trophy. It comes from knowing they played their absolute best, regardless of the scoreboard. And it's the same with life. But the problem is, we don't think that way. And we think, I did everything right, so I deserve to succeed. And when that doesn't happen, it shatters something inside us. Here's the thing. You are not entitled to success. You are only entitled to your effort. That's it. You can work endlessly to get an A, but there's still a chance you'll fail. You can try everything to win someone's affection, yet they might never return your feelings. You can do your part, show up, commit, and still lose. Because your actions don't guarantee results. They never did. And the sooner you realize that, the sooner failure becomes something you can accept instead of something you're ashamed of. But what if you genuinely feel you could have done more? That's where true struggle begins, isn't it? The guilt sets in, the self-blame intensifies. You're not just wrestling with failure, you're wrestling with yourself. And what's the cure for that internal fight? Compassion, not excuses, not avoidance. Compassion. Imagine your friend struggling after breaking their diet. Would you shame them or would you comfort them, reminding them how far they've come? Yet, we rarely extend that same compassion to ourselves. Instead, we beat ourselves down. We get vicious. We become our own worst critic. And why? Because deep down, we believe we deserve to suffer. We think, if I could have done better and I didn't, then I'm the problem. But here's the reality, you won't always be perfect. You're not supposed to be. You're human. Forgiving yourself isn't weakness. It's not laziness. It's not giving up. It's wisdom. It's how you stop one failure from becoming many. It's how you break the cycle. Because compassion is how you grow stronger, even when you're hurting. And you know what? You learn that self-hatred. It's not your nature. It's something you picked up along the way. Maybe it was one rejection too many. Maybe it was a parent, a teacher, a friend who told you you're not good enough. Maybe you failed once, and instead of hearing, that's okay, try again, you heard, that's who you are now. That voice, it stuck. But guess what? That voice was wrong. You are not your worst day. You are not your last mistake. You are not the version of yourself that showed up when you were tired, overwhelmed, or scared. You are not a failure. You are a human being in progress. And there's no shame in that. Let's look at it from another angle. Sometimes we try so hard to avoid failure that we drown ourselves in self-improvement. We consume books, videos, routines, all in an effort to fix ourselves. But improvement without forgiveness is a trap. Because if your growth is built on the belief that you're broken, you'll never feel whole, no matter how much progress you make. At some point, you've got to stop and ask, what am I trying to prove? And more importantly, to who? Self-worth doesn't come from fixing everything that's wrong with you. It comes from accepting yourself as you are. And that doesn't mean you stop growing. It means you grow from love, not from shame. So if you've been chasing perfection, grinding yourself into the ground just to feel good enough, stop. Take a breath. You don't need to earn your worth. You already have it. And if you're still not convinced, ask yourself this: why is it so easy to show compassion to others, but so hard to show it to yourself? The answer might scare you. It's because deep down you believe you don't deserve it. You believe you're a degenerate, a burden, a disappointment. But that's a lie. You've been lied to by experience, lied to by pain. But if you look closely, if you're really honest, you'll see that belief didn't start with you. It was planted in you. And now it's time to pull it out. So what if you feel like a failure? That feeling doesn't make it true. It just means you've been measuring yourself by impossible standards. It means you've confused worth with outcome, and it's time to stop doing that. Because it's not the failures that define you. It's how you respond to them. You want to know what real strength looks like? It's choosing self-respect in the face of disappointment. It's choosing compassion when shame says you don't deserve it. It's standing up after the fall, not because you have to, but because you can. So today, right now, choose compassion. Forgive yourself. Acknowledge your effort. Embrace your imperfections. Remind yourself that you are worthy of kindness. Even when you fail, say it with me. I am not a failure. I am not broken. I am enough, even in my lowest moments. Now, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be present. Because failure is not your enemy. Shame is. And the antidote to shame is self-compassion. So take that with you. And if this meant something to you, don't keep it to yourself. Someone out there is blaming themselves right now for a mistake they made weeks ago. Send this to them. Let them know they're not alone. And maybe, just maybe, start believing it for yourself too. If this hit home and you've been trying things like dopamine detoxes to fix yourself, you need to watch my video on why they don't work the way you think and how to actually do them right. Trust me, it's not about cutting out pleasure. It's about learning how to stop punishing yourself. Watch that next.